As for the P51, my version could be slightly different than what you're gonna get. Yep, similar electronics.
Oh, it's damn nice to fly.
I have got the Chinese version of manual here, so hopefully when this video comes out, there will be an English version available by then. According to manual, we're going to start with this 4 piece of wooden plate, 5 pieces of this 1.5 times 4mm screw, and this steel rod. Then drive the screw in, which is pretty tricky. Notice the direction of this rod here. I screw it down completely, but it looks like it will go through the board. Next is the landing gear. You need this piece, the steel rod, and 5 pieces of the same screw. Okay, like that, this secured. And about this piece, please note the gap between the edge of the circle here and the straight line here versus this and this. The wider one should be towards that side, further away from you. As you can see, this side is 4mm and this side is 5mm. So your landing gear will be placed like this. And secure it with super glue. Now with the rear landing gear, now install the rear landing gear with the screw facing the back towards you. Look for the screw with the large head secured here. It's not secured. Then glue this piece onto this wall. You may have to trim the opening a bit to fit. Damn you! Make sure everything is as straight as possible. Front landing gear has to be straight as well, if not just bend it a little bit. Now prepare your motor ESC, motor mount, and 4 of this screw with the fine thread. They are 1.4mm times 3mm. Notice the orientation of the motor mount. You're going to install it like that. Okay, like that. And then you're going to install a motor onto your deck. This is the front, this is the rear. Make sure it's parallel, straight as well. And using super glue to secure it also. Once it's dry, you're going to route your ESC wire through here. Make sure it's straight, 90-degree perpendicular. They have made 2 holes here for you to secure the ESC with the cable tie. Time to install the servo. Oh yeah! So you want the output shaft to be facing the back towards you. Secure it with 4 tiny screws. Slot the wires through here. Now get your receiver if you're using Heewing's receiver. Get a double-sided tape as well, and then apply it over here, just roughly. You're going to install the receiver on the deck and align this edge here with the edge over here. Make sure it's secure because this one has a gyro stabilization. You don't want your board to be like jumping on the deck itself, so that will cause some funny issue. It's very secure now. There's a dip switch here. Put the first 3 down and the 4th one up. For the ESC, you're going to connect it to DT1, which is ESC1, with the signal wire facing inside. The servo closest to you, you're going to connect it to DJ1, which is channel 1, and servo away from you on the DJ2, which is channel 2. We're going to simply install the servo horn to check for the direction and also the centering first. If your remote has not been bound to the receiver before, here's what you can do. Hold down the button 5, turn it on, make sure the throttle is ready at the bottom, plug 2S battery to the receiver, then push the throttle top and bottom, then it will stop blinking. Then just cycle everything and try your newly bound receiver. So as you can see, the servo directions are not correct. I'm gonna take it out. Careful not to apply too much force on it, as you can easily break this servo because they are really tiny plastic servo. And then we can try, yeah. So after the first booting, your throttle will not work. You're going to press the button 5 to unlock the motor, and then it will work. And in my case, my radio, I've sort of modified it to become a right-hand throttle, which is mode 1. On yours, it will be a left-hand throttle. From this direction, you're going to test if your throttle spins clockwise from this direction, looking from here. Mine is, so that's correct. And on your case, your right side is your elevator, but on my case, it's a left side elevator. So the right side servo is the elevator. We're going to try, correct. And the right side is the rudder or aileron. Tidy up the wires if you like. This electronic deck looks really cool when it's done. Length. You're going to prepare this piece, which is to be mounted over here. On this side, apply glue along this line. hot melt glue. Align the hole, these 2 horizontal holes. Yeah, then apply pressure. Make sure it's perpendicular. Wait for it to dry first. It's starting to look good now. I'm just going to add some more glue to fill up some gaps, so to strengthen it. take this piece, which is labeled as number 2, we're gonna install it over here. I'm gonna apply a bit of glue here to secure this angle first. Okay, position it here, keep the position, keep the angle, and wait for the glue to dry. And then apply glue here, and also this side to secure it here. According to the manual, you need to align the spot here, but this spot would become not aligned. The outer line is over here, but the inner line is over here. Get part 1 and locate the tiny magnet which is stuck with a bunch of screws. You're going to install it into this hole. But before that, you're going to apply glue to it first. And these are pretty cool details they have included. A hatch sticker. You're going to get one of this, bend over this line, a bit misaligned, and tape it over here. Position about this, and put it over. And then you have a hatch opener here. On the back, cut a 45-degree angle over here. So this is the bottom piece to be installed here. So make sure it's properly aligned and a good fit before gluing it up. I trim a bit of foam material over here. If it's good to go, you're going to apply glue here, 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 and also on the foam. Oh no, on the other side. This is part number 5 for the tail. So apply glue over here. And the part 7 for this side, I'm gonna also add glue here just to secure the angle here. This is the last part of the fuselage, but I'm gonna do it separately. I'm gonna glue the front part first and manage with the tail later. Be sure not to apply any glue here because this is the hatch. I'm gonna give it a lot of glue, which I find it is actually a good thing. You just trim the excess easily after it's completely dry. Otherwise, if you put too little of glue, it will not stick properly. It will dry up too quickly and not stick to it at all. So you're going to manage the alignment as well, which in this case is not good. At the same time, trying to apply force to the frame as well. That's where you want a good grip. So once it's dry, you can actually peel off this glue easily and cleanly. Look at this. Just gonna apply some more thin layer of glue here since this is not very visible. This is at the bottom of the body. I'm just gonna make sure that this does not split open during flight. So there's like thin layer of tape to secure it. Last piece, the canards. I don't think it looks good. How about it? Shaft and part 8. If the control surface is too tight, too stiff, you can massage it a bit before using it. Now we're going to mount the horizontal stabilizer onto the tail. We're going to apply glue here. Make sure it's perpendicular to the tail. It's straight. Also flat. When you're looking down for the elevator, make sure the hole here is on the right side. This is where you put your servo horn. Now to install the rudder, just do a test fit. Roughly get the idea of how this is installed and where you should apply the hot melt glue. So you have to apply hot melt glue over here as well. Make sure everything is perpendicular, 90 degrees to each other, so it flies straight and not being funny. This orange color line is a bit off, but I think should be fine. This also lines here must be straight. This is called push rod, right? I always cannot remember this. You're gonna apply super glue and install it here. This is for the elevator. We install it at the bottom, and for the rudder, we install it on the other side. So these are the correct position. Locate the two steel link in the back, and you're gonna slot it through this. Notice the end with the Z curve, and slot it in from there. Do it on the other side as well. Slot the servo horn in. This is from the elevator. I'm going to put it onto the servo on the right side. So it's a cross actually. The servo on the right is for the link that comes out from the left side, and vice versa. And you're going to do it on the other side. And this will go to the left side servo. This is after you have centered your servo. So servo position is about 90 degrees. I'm not going to put on a screw first because it may be wrong. Now I can start installing this push rod to another end of the steel rod. We may still need to adjust this after we have turned on the servo. And now the elevator. I'm gonna do it roughly first. There's a slight up trim on the elevator. I'm gonna adjust that. Okay, after much adjustment, my elevator is flat and level now. Rudder is level as well. Yeah. Prepare this. And you're gonna fit this wooden wheel into the center of this foam wheel. 2 pieces per foam wheel. You're gonna apply glue on it too. With the heat shrink tube provided, cut 3 pieces of this, about 3 mm length each. Here you're gonna slot the wheels on. Careful not to get poked on the other side. And the heat shrink tube are used for securing the wheel on it. The manual says don't use fire or any heat source to shrink it. Suggest using soldering iron. Yeah, I'm gonna use my own smaller diameter tube. Let's see. Okay, I think it's secured, but my wheels are wobbly. This sucks, man. I should have had the rod thread through first while gluing it in position. No, it's like, damn. Then you have this cow horn, which you're gonna install it here. But before that, you're gonna apply hot melt glue here. You're gonna glue this piece over here like that, which is like partially on. Pretty weird. Then the main wing, following this line, you're gonna bend it inward a bit to create a curve, like a wing profile. Then apply glue here, and some here also. While it's drying, I'm gonna add some more hot melt glue here. I don't want this wing to go separated during flight. I think it won't because there will be strut added. So I actually just make this very ugly. So there's already some dihedral. Repeat on the other side. Be generous with your hot melt glue. Surprisingly, it's pretty easy to stick the wing and it's sticking well. There's some ugly glue here. And this is our mount to be installed here. Apply hot melt glue as well. Come on, go inside. Repeat. And this type on the wing. Now I'm gonna make the wing strut with this. Pretty straightforward. So here is the 2-piece. Mount it and we're gonna adjust the length. Okay, too high. So I'm gonna loosen it. Okay, let it rest about that. Okay, I think it's okay for now. I'm just gonna flip it over. Now finally the last step, we're gonna beautify the strut with this board. Woo! This one easy, just apply glue here along the strut. If you can aim it as straight as possible. Come on, come on, come on. This made it a lot nicer than that ugly, simple, thin strut. Heewing is just so good at making good looking planes. Final step. Install the prop. Hope I don't break the bottom mount. And we are done! Woohoo! Look at this. This is a good looking Cessna. Pretty light also. That's great. My dihedral, I think quite okay. I'm gonna clean out a bit of the melt glue. Check this out. Whoa. Click the left thumbnail for latest video or smash the subscribe button on the middle of the screen. So I'll see you on the next video. Bye!